Acoustic diversity. So not only can you look at diversity physically through game drives, you can also use different devices. So we've used audio moths. We've also used trail cameras, but that will be in a different video. But audio moths can pick up sounds as it's in audio. You get it. The audio moths are set at certain frequencies. They're coded to a certain frequency. I don't really know how the coding works, but I'm assuming it's something to do with a laptop, an app, and then some way to connect the device to the laptop. I'm sure if you really need to know and use it, you'll be taught it, or you can find a way. There's most likely a video up on YouTube. Now, as I was saying, to use these audio moths, you set them at certain frequencies. We were trying to pick up birds and bats. We set ours at 285 kilohertz for bats, 48 kilohertz for birds. Now, these set frequencies actually mean that they pick up half what's set. So that will actually pick up around 143, 45 kilohertz for the bats and around 20 for the birds. Of course, these frequencies set means that whatever animal has pitch louder or lower than the set frequency, you won't be able to hear it. So it's not an 100% just use this to ID stuff the area you're at, but it's a cheap way, an easy way to sort of figure out what's going on when you're not there. You might pick up cryptic species. You also set time frame when the audio moths will pick up these animals. The bats were set at 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. and the birds were set at 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. We did encounter some problems with our audio moths because half of them were broken. We had 6 in total, 3 of which were collecting data for birds and the other 3 were collecting audios from bats. The bats only had 2 working ones, whereas the birds only had 1, which isn't ideal, but they did manage to pick up and ID certain species. Out of the 2 working audio moths for the bats, one was set up by a bathroom and the other one was set by the river, both of which have insects around which the bats hunt, which means that it's most likely to get picked up by the audio moths. The river audio moth picked up, I believe, around 6 species, where the bathroom only picked up 3. 3 which both of the audio moths picked up were the horseshoe bat, free-tailed bat, the flat-headed bat. The one by the river also picked up the long-tailed bat and the serotin, which I'm probably mispronouncing. There are limitations to using audio diversity, using audio moths, such as the frequency range, not picking up species, problem with the computer program to ID the birds and the bats, because in Kenya there doesn't seem to be a lot of data of what the different bats and birds are. There's also the case that due to the frequency range, audio moths can also pick up things that are things you're not looking for, such as insects, running water, possibly people talking, depending on where the audio moths were set up. And of course, we didn't have all our audio moths working. There's a limit to how much data we could collect. You can use audio moths to compare diversity, but it has to be between similar areas, similar environments, between different countries and different environments. There can be different number of species.